What if I told you? The people you feel the strongest attraction to are often the ones most capable of hurting you, and even worse, your brain might prefer them. Attraction feels magical, uncontrollable, mysterious, almost destined. But what if it's not? What if attraction isn't a sign of compatibility, but a reflection of something deeper, something hidden, something you haven't fully understood about yourself? Most people believe attraction is simple. You see someone, you feel something, and that feeling must mean something good. But psychology tells a different story. Attraction is not just about looks. It's not even about personality. It's about patterns. Your brain is constantly scanning for what feels familiar, not what is healthy. And sometimes, what feels familiar is exactly what harms you. Here's something most people don't realize. You are more likely to feel attracted to someone who reminds you of your past than someone who is actually good for you. Why? Because your brain doesn't chase happiness. It chases recognition. If chaos, inconsistency, or emotional distance is what you experienced before, your brain labels it as normal. And when you meet someone who reflects that, you don't feel fear. You feel attraction. There's a reason toxic attraction feels intense. It's chemical. When someone is inconsistent, sometimes warm, sometimes distant, your brain releases dopamine. Not because it's good, but because it's unpredictable. And unpredictability creates addiction. You start chasing moments, waiting for attention, hoping for validation. And slowly, you confuse emotional instability with passion. This is where it gets uncomfortable. Sometimes, you're not attracted to someone despite their flaws. You're attracted to them because of those flaws. The distance, the coldness, the mystery, it creates a challenge. And your mind starts to believe, if I can make this person love me, then I am worthy. But that's not love. That's validation disguised as attraction. Let's be honest. Healthy connections often feel calm, stable, predictable. And for many people, that feels boring. Why? Because they've been conditioned to associate love with intensity, with emotional highs and lows, with uncertainty. So when something real appears, they walk away, not because it's wrong, but because it doesn't feel intense enough. Attraction reveals something most people avoid: your current emotional state. If you are insecure, you may be drawn to people who reinforce that insecurity. If you feel incomplete, you may chase people who make you feel like you need to prove yourself. Attraction is not random. It's a mirror, and sometimes, it reflects parts of you that you haven't healed yet. There's a feeling most people never question. That tension in your chest, that constant thinking, that emotional pull you can't explain. You call it attraction, but sometimes, it's not. Sometimes, it's anxiety. Your brain reacts the same way to excitement and uncertainty. Your heart races, your focus sharpens, your thoughts become louder. And if you're not careful, you mistake emotional instability for connection. If you're used to inconsistency, to not always knowing where you stand, then clarity won't feel exciting. It will feel unfamiliar. But uncertainty, that feels intense. And intensity feels like attraction. This isn't random. The people you're drawn to often reflect something you've already experienced. Not consciously, but emotionally. Your mind looks for what feels familiar, even if that familiarity comes from something unhealthy. So you meet someone, and something about them feels right. Not because they are right for you, but because they feel known. And that's how patterns repeat. Not through logic, but through feeling. At some point, you notice the mixed signals, the distance, the inconsistency, but you don't leave. Because leaving means losing the feeling. And the feeling is powerful. So your mind starts to justify things. You make excuses. You minimize the problem. You hold on to the potential instead of the reality. Because deep down, you're not chasing the person. You're chasing how they make you feel. When things are good, there's a reason this feels so hard to let go. It's not just emotional. It's psychological. When someone gives you attention, but not consistently, your brain gets hooked. You don't know when the next moment will come. And that uncertainty creates attachment. You start waiting, checking, hoping, replaying moments in your head. You're not connected. You're conditioned. Now here's the part most people don't admit. When something healthy comes into your life, it doesn't feel intense. It feels calm. And if your mind is used to chaos, calm feels empty, like something is missing. So you pull away, not because it's wrong, but because it doesn't match what you're used to. Attraction is not always a sign to move forward. Sometimes, it's a signal to pause, because who you're drawn to often reflects something unresolved within you. And once you see that, everything changes. The next time you feel that strong pull towards someone, don't just follow it. Question it. Because not everything that feels intense is real connection. Sometimes, it's just something familiar. Be honest. Have you ever been attracted to someone, even when you knew it wasn't right? What kept you there? Drop it in the comments. And if you want to understand people on a deeper level, subscribe. Because once you see this, you can't unsee it.